Welcome to lecture number 1. What is religion? Religion is a term that is both modern and ancient. Religion is derived from the Latin word religio, which derives from the Latin root ligare, which means to bind or connect, much like ligaments. The Latin prefix re means to do again, and thus religare has the meaning of reconnecting or rebinding. The English word religion has been used since the 13th century and is derived from the Anglo-French word religion, therefore demonstrating its Latin roots, that is, French as a derivative language of Latin. The reconnecting aspect of religion is a helpful term sociologically because it encompasses what the modern 20th century academic field of religious studies seeks to comparatively analyze, namely the reconnection of some understanding of God or gods and human beings. Where religion is applied to non-theistic religions, say Buddhism, that does not center its own self-understandings and notions of divinity, this reconnecting can be applied to other areas of human social and personal understanding to include enlightenment, morality, and reconnection with one's own true self. The connection between divinity and humanity is obviously answered in different ways by different religions. For example, in Christian understandings of religion, divinity and humanity are reconnected directly through the figure of Jesus Christ, who is both human and divine. In Islam, however, divinity and humanity are reconnected to submission to the will of God and adherence to God, Allah's commands, type of legal code that you would bind yourself to. Finally, in native religions, to include Native American, Native Indian, Hinduism, various gods and even supernatural forces or natural forces representing divinity are reconnected with humanity through a variety of ritual practices, adoration, and veneration given to creation. Mostly contrary to the linguistic etymological understandings of religion are several prominent modern theories. First, Sigmund Freud, 1865 to 1939, reduced religious experience to childlike projection of fear, fantasy, delusion even, onto the adult thought world. Second, William James, 1842 to 1910, the father of modern religious studies, sought to create a new disciplinary approach which looked at the religious experience as raw sociological data that can be compared, contrasted, and typologized. Third, Carl Gustav Jung, 1875 to 1961, a fellow practitioner of modern psychological method, theorized that religion was rooted in universal themes called archetypes, for example, the sun and the moon, water, fire, air, that were common to the universal collective human psyche. Fourth, Claude Levi-Strauss, 1908 to 2009, sought to describe religious phenomena according to a linguistic philosophical theory called structuralism, in which all reality can be described according to universal linguistic structures that are instantiated within the various human cultures, societies, and religious traditions. Say words for father, words for mother, words for food, words for saying you're sorry, something that's universal. Finally, in reaction against the worst abuses of modernism, say, for example, mental illness as the explanation of religious practices to include shamanistic trances, going off into the spirit world, exorcism, supernatural healings, Michel Foucault, 1926 to 1984, utilizes structuralism in order to unmask the worst abuses of modernity, to even include persecution of mentally ill, debtors thrown in prison, you name it. Therefore, although an originally Latin word, religion is a word that now encapsulates a vast array of human phenomena.